Hey there, Leo. Welcome to your reading for the week of October 12th. This week, if you want to catch me live, I go live every single day at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. All you have to do is subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, and you will catch me live. But Leo, let's see what is going on for you this week. And Leo, I feel like that you are feeling inspired this week, so I like to see that. Definitely a new beginning coming in for you. Love that as well. And we have marriage coming up here and a heartbreak. What's this about, Leo? And Nine of Cups, a wish. So we're going to have to dig into this and see what's going on for you. But your overall energy is the Strength card. So I feel like you are coming up in a very strong position. We also have the World here, and you also show up on the World card as well, Leo. So definitely in your element this week. I feel like you're kind of feeling strong, feeling like things are going to be going well for you at this time. The Strength card to me can also be a display of strength. To me, it can represent doing something that people maybe don't expect you to do, or doing something that makes you stand out. So that's your overall energy. Next, you have the Truth Be Told card here. So you have the Queen of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, and the Eight of Swords. I almost feel like some of you are waiting for a truth here, but I feel like you already know the truth. It's a very specific message for you, Leo. So I feel like this is for those of you who maybe were dating an earth sign in the past. You could be very conflicted about this person. I feel like you feel like they're secrets, but I really feel like this reading is pretty simple. I feel like it's saying that you know the right answers in this situation, whatever it is for you. So I feel like, that you just need to trust your intuition, basically, with this situation. Yeah, you have the Building Blocks card as well. Definitely building something new at this time. You have the Queen of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, and the Eight of Swords here. I really feel like there is an element of kind of feeling trapped in the past, but probably by your resources that you had in this past row. So this could be financial resources. You could have just been tired. It could have just been your energy in general that you felt like was holding you back in some way. And I really feel that you have spent some time trying to figure out how to increase your resources in general. This is probably through some tough lessons that you learned in the past with the Five of Wands. So I feel like this could be, for a lot of you, financial resources and financial things that have maybe held you back. For others, I do feel like you probably experienced immaturity in past relationships here in this past row. And again, for some of you, I feel like you already know the answer to something here, especially if you're coming to this reading like wondering if you're right or wrong. I feel like you're right about a situation. I know that sounds very general, but if that message is for you, I feel like you know exactly what I'm talking about. For others, I just feel like you have dealt with a lot of immaturity in past love situations. Next, you have this Firefly card, which is an energy of inspiration. So I feel like you are going to be feeling very inspired for some sort of new beginning with this Ace of Wands that you also have as your center card. The center card in a 9-card spread is the most important card here. So I feel that by the way, Ace of Wands is a card of inspiration. So I feel like you are feeling very inspired this week to take action towards something that could make you very successful and put you out into the world with the World card. But you have the World, the Ace of Wands, and the Moon here. I feel like for some of you, it's like there are fears to starting this new journey. Probably because of this Five of Wands that's kind of like in this diagonal row with this Moon card here. Maybe in the past you would start something, but maybe you would start too soon. Maybe you didn't have enough information. Or maybe you would start something like a business or one of your creative projects and you wouldn't have enough details to get it going. I feel like this is saying, it's like now you know. Like I said earlier in the reading, I feel like now you know. I feel like now you know everything you need to know. Now is the time to get started on something. For others, I definitely feel a move going on here. So I feel for some of you, you could be moving. This type of movement here as well, Leo, could just be freedom. Because you have the Four of Wands here. Four of Wands is a card of marriage, but this could just be you setting yourself free or kind of like letting yourself go. The World can represent completion and ending to a cycle. It's funny that you have completion and then a new beginning right here. So there's some sort of major new beginning coming into your life. I do feel like there is a need to kind of like let go of these fears or things that could be preventing you from moving forward or things that could be holding you back. So I feel you need to let go of your fears here. But definitely like that ace. Next, you have this winter card here. It says the sacredness of pausing. So I do feel like for some of you, I'm just getting restless energy here, Leo. So I do feel for some of you that you could be feeling restless. And I feel that for some of you, maybe you just need to take a pause, breathe, take care of yourself, do some nice things for yourself. And I feel like that'll help you overcome any restless energy that you could be feeling. So that's the first thing that's popping up. You have the 4 of Wands, 3 of Swords, and 9 of Cups here. I feel like you need to get out of your head with that 3 of Swords. 3 of Swords can be a breakup, a separation, things like that. But you have the 4 of Wands and the 9 of Cups here. It's like there's wish fulfillment here. So I feel like for some of you, this is like a need to set yourself free from the past. I almost feel like you could be preventing yourself from having this by holding on to like an immature person from the past, or maybe you're hoping for answers from a person from the past, and I would just let that go with this 5 of Wands. I know it's easier said than done, but as I always say, Leo, I've had the same people, and again, I'm not picking on these people, but I've had the same people comment on my videos for years now, telling me every time I say this, that you need to let go, you need to move on. They just comment and tell me how hard it is to let go and move on. And these are the same people for like 6 years that I've been doing YouTube, right? So I always want to say, it's like, you've been doing this for 6 years. I leave a comment on a certain person every single time they leave this comment. I leave a comment saying, you've been saying this for 6 years, literally, that you can't move on. And I'm always like, well, you just have to, right? I know it's not a good answer. I know that's harsh, but I'd rather be one of those readers that says, you just have to move on from a harsh situation than have you hold on to someone for 6 years, right? It's like there's a big, huge, beautiful world out there with the World card. There are tons of people who would be more than happy to love you. I really feel like this reading is saying you need to double down on what works in your life. Ace of Wands, and I really feel like that's the name of the game right now, is that we need to completely remove our focus from things that just don't make us happy, and we need to move towards joy. We need to move towards happiness and things that lead to growth for us with this Ace of Wands. So let's clarify this. I'm probably going to pull an extra row as well. But let's see here. Between the Queen of Pentacles and the World, you have the 3 of Clubs. 3 of Clubs to me in the playing card reading system is the most creative card in the playing card reading system. And there is a ton of creative energy here. So I do feel you could be getting the resources for a creative project or some sort of new beginning that you're hoping for. I do feel like some of you could be getting a second chance at a move as well, is popping into my head. Like maybe you were going to move somewhere, maybe it didn't work out, and it's like now you're getting a second chance to move. Between the 5 of Wands here and the Ace of Wands, you have the 9 of Diamonds. Yes, something needs to come to an end. The 9 of Diamonds is a card called the Coffin, and it represents something needing to end, something needing, it kind of represents death. But the Coffin, you are inside this coffin here on this card, and this card says you need to let go of the past and open up to a bright, beautiful new world. Ace of Wands, there is a lot of inspiration and inspiring things in the future, but I feel like you need to move on and open up to it. 3 of Swords says there's no doubt you might feel bad here if you're letting go of someone. But as I always say, it's like, to me, again, I'm not one of those readers that's going to do ex-back readings and things like that. But what I will say is, to me, when we have an ex, we have to move on no matter what, right? We have to move on from that person. If we move on and if we both raise our vibration, 4 of Wands, literally twin flame situation, right? If we both raise our vibration, both heal, and then we can come back together. So I feel like that's kind of what you're learning here. Between the 8 of Swords here and the Moon, you have the Queen of Hearts. I feel this is a card called the Mother, or it's called the Stork, and it represents the mother. So for some of you, this could be like a past situation involving children. For a lot of you, I just feel like this is a new beginning in general. Again, you have the World card here, which to me can represent a birth, because it's like a card of being, it's like kind of saying you are being constricted, you are feeling restrictions from from going through this portal that's in the middle of the World card. It's like you are stepping through this portal right here, Leo. So I feel like you are stepping through to a new beginning, but you could be feeling kind of like fears with the Moon card and sadness and just weird energy with this 3 of Swords. I always say 3 of Swords is a temporary situation, and swords just represent thoughts. That's the thing about the Swords cards, is they really can't do anything to us, right? Because they just represent thoughts and thinking energy. Between the World and the 4 of Wands, you have the 7 of Clubs. I do feel for some of you, maybe you're worried about time as far as getting into a committed relationship is concerned. Maybe you feel like you're too old, too young. Maybe you feel like too much time has passed. I would remove those fears from your life. People always tell me how they're too old. And I always say, I know a ton of people that have gotten married at older ages. It's like, you're not too old and things like that. Seven of Clubs is called the mice, and it represents small little details that can kind of get in the way, small little things that can hold us back. And I feel like you need to let go of those things, those small details, thinking too small, right? Between the Ace of Wands and the Three of Swords, you have the Five of Clubs. Five of Clubs is a card I used to call Indiana Jones. To me, it is a card of going on some sort of creative, crazy adventure and finding treasure. I do feel like there could be some worries here. I'm going to pull an extra row here to see what this Three of Swords is about. Between the Moon and the Nine of Cups, you have the Five of Hearts here. In this deck here, it represents new love. And so I do feel like there could be new love coming in. Could be like a water sign or an earth sign that's coming in for you. I would say it's probably a new person as well. Even the Four of Wands, for some of you, could it be someone from the past? Sure, but these people are celebrating. It's like there is someone on the other side of a portal for you, the world here. So I feel like for some of you, it's like you're moving on to something new here. With that energy, and you're moving towards something bigger and better in your life. So definitely like to see that. Top row outcome, you have the Ace of Spades here, the Lady. This is a card of existing problems being resolved. So the Lady I used to call the Forest Fire. It represents the Ace of Spades in the playing card reading system. And to me, it represents like everything burning down in your life, but it represents like the regrowth after that. So I do feel like things could be almost regrowing for you in your life very soon. In your middle row, look, you have the Ten of Hearts. I do feel like I feel like some of you could be feeling very worried about love this week, and I do feel like there is love available to you. Ten of Hearts is someone who is loyal to you. It is a card of loyalty. It's called the Dog, and it just represents someone who's loyal to you. And it's a card of true love as well. So I do feel like there is like true love coming in for you here. In your bottom row, what do you know? You have the Three of Hearts. Three of Hearts is what I call an indicator card. It just indicates the direction of a reading, and it says it's moving in a positive direction. Yeah, you have this community card here in this last row. I do feel like it would be a good week for you to get out into the community or to build a community. Think about it. You have the World. This Ten of Hearts also represents kind of community and people in your life and building a following even. So if you have a business or anything like that, social media would be a really good idea here. This could also just be in business in general. It can represent networking and all those other things. You have the Page of Cups. Yeah, I feel like getting out and socializing is where you will find love. Six of Cups here. Definitely thinking about the past in this middle row. That's probably why you are heartbroken here, or you could be feeling heartbroken if you are. Not all of you are, but if you are, you have the Six of Cups here and the Seven of Pentacles. Wasn't worth it. Seven of Pentacles is like, where do I want to invest my time, effort, and energy? In this row here, you have the Page of Cups, Six of Cups, and Seven of Pentacles. For some of you, I'm wondering if you're feeling like with this Moon card here, I'm wondering if you're like intuitively feeling someone here in this last row. So if you do have an ex from the past, maybe they weren't a bad person, but maybe they were a little bit immature with this Five of Wands. I feel like this is saying to kind of like really analyze your feelings with this Seven of Pentacles. I feel like you really need to take some time for yourself and really say, like, do I really like this person? Or, is this just me feeling them missing me? Did that make sense, Leo? That's exactly what I would do here. Maybe you do. Maybe you really do have feelings. Again, I'm not going to say it's one way or the other. It's going to be different for all of you. For others, I feel like this is just a true soulmate coming in for you. I feel like this is saying there's new love coming in. Seven of Pentacles is like, where do I put my heart? Seven of Pentacles, he's looking at all these things that he has grown here. And he's saying, was it worth it? Was this worth the growth? There's also an element of waiting here, waiting for something to happen. You have this winter energy here as well. So maybe you're waiting for something to develop, or maybe you're waiting for an answer from a person before you make a decision. He's kind of like waiting for these pentacles to ripen on the vine. So it's like he's waiting for the perfect moment to pick these pentacles. He's waiting for the perfect moment to have some sort of change in direction. So I feel like for some of you, I don't think there's anything wrong with that this week. If you want to wait to make a decision this week, I would say this reading is saying you could wait to make a decision. For some of you, I feel like you're afraid that walking away from something here with this Three of Swords and this Seven of Pentacles, I feel like you're afraid that walking away from something is going to cause sadness. What I will tell you is that I feel like a change in direction here obviously is going to lead to a lot of success. Ace of Wands, new beginning. The Firefly, you are inspired to do something new. The Strength card, as your overall energy, you have the strength to do whatever you want. But not only that, you have the strength to stand out. And that's what's going to happen with that World card, is that you will be getting a lot of attention. For some of you, I'm wondering if you're like changing jobs with this Three of Swords and this Seven of Pentacles. It's like you're sad because maybe you've been doing something for a very long time, or this might not even be sadness. This could be worries. Maybe you're very worried about making some sort of change. You're like, do I make this change because this could affect my financial future or whatever, right? So I do feel like there could be some fears here, but I do feel like there's a lot of success coming in for you as well. I'm getting the word orbiting as well popping into my head. So I do feel like for some of you, there could be like an ex in your life hanging around. I don't think you're going to go back to this person. Yeah, you have the Two of Hearts, new love here. So Six of Cups, Ace of Hearts, new love. Ace of Hearts is called the Gentleman. You have the Ace of Hearts and Ace of Spades. This is divine counterparts. So I really feel like there's like new love coming in for you, divine counterparts. Queen of Diamonds, yeah, you have a choice to make. Queen of Diamonds is called the Crossroads. It's like you have a choice to make this week. I would encourage you to go through this birthing process. Again, the World card is uncomfortable, as I always say. I love the World card, amazing card, but it's a card of completion of cycles, and it represents birth. Again, babies, when they're being born, it's like, what's the first thing they do? They cry. Why? Because they don't want to leave the warm comfort of the mother. And you have the mother right here, the Stork card. So I feel like a lot of you, the discomfort you are experiencing is your new life. I would just say be patient with yourself, allow things to happen, and whatever you're moving towards is going to lead to a lot of success. If I was being super picky about this reading as well here, Leo, one other thing that I see is that things could be moving forward a lot faster here with this Seven of Clubs. So I do feel like there could be a lot more progress for you in whatever it is you're working on. If you're working on a business or a personal project or a creative project with this Ace of Wands, I think things could move forward faster. I really feel like your answer is this right here, bigger risks with the Five of Clubs. Five of Clubs is a card of the millionaire, by the way, Leo. So it's an amazing card for money, even though, it doesn't necessarily represent money coming in. It could represent you starting something like a project. And again, I used to call this Indiana Jones because it's like you are finding treasure in your life. But I feel like you need to take some sort of risk. I would say that the risk is putting something out into the world. So it's like maybe you have a creative project you want to share with the world. Maybe you have a personal project, or maybe you want to be on YouTube or something like that. For others, this could be like, again, moving on to someone new, and maybe you're putting it out into the world in some way. Yeah, you have the Four of Pentacles. Definitely let go of the old. Look at this, Emperor energy as well. I feel like there's a need to take the lead. I feel like there's a need to be determined with the Strength card and the Emperor card to charge forward towards something you desire. Yeah, you have the Buffalo. This card is a card of abundance coming in for you as well. And the Tower. The Tower and the Buffalo are very similar. It's like something is going to push you away from the comfort. The Tower to me is a good card, as I always say. To me, the Tower has to happen. To me, the Tarot has to happen in general. We are all on the Fool's journey in the Tarot, and the Tower is just part of the journey. But I feel like the Tower to me represents something falling apart when we're holding on to it too tightly. But guess what? With the Tower, the foundation is still on the Tower. So just know, if you're making some sort of change this week, or if you're letting go of something this week, the foundation is still there. Your life's foundation still exists. But this is a pretty powerful reading. So thank you for watching, Leo, and enjoy your week.